me attention. It takes a lot of courage to be vulnerable. Walking in violence, men afraid of losing privilege, women afraid of difference, dapper, clean cut, locks twisted to the scalp, papers, line of precision. See, I make masculinity look pretty. We make masculinity look pretty. Me and my boys, brown boy, sophisticated boy, Brooklyn boy, theta boy, queer boy, boy. B-O-I. Born obviously incredible.
This is Emotions the Poet, and I identify as a masculine-centered, African-American, lesbian griot, and a boy. I'm born obviously incredible. What's up, LGBTQ folks, queer folks, gender bending, gender queer, trans folks, trans men, trans women, boys. This is Emotions the Poet, and this is me and my boys. Masculinity is something that's really dear to me. I really started embarking in and really like displaying masculinity externally in college. That's when I bought my first boxers, really just dressing as someone who presented more masculine. That's also the time that I experienced the most violence. I went to a historically black college, and Greek life is really big. Greek organizations really didn't understand masculine-centered woman taking that space in masculinity at that time. So I really struggled to find myself. I decided to come together with a few boys of mine and start a fraternity, a lesbian fraternity called Theta Xi Theta Fraternity Incorporated in 2008. In October of 2011, I had the opportunity of attending the leadership retreat with the Brown Boy Project. It was a really great experience. I was brought together in a mansion with 17 other masculine-centered folks from around the world. And I had the great opportunity of meeting Vanidy Bailey, which is my fellow brown boy and brother from another mother. This is me and my boys.
Well, my name is Vanidy Bailey. I'm the Assistant Director for Education at the University of California, San Diego, Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender Resource Center. My preferred gender pronoun is he and she. She's okay, but he makes me feel sexy. I'm 28 years old. I come from a Caribbean American background, and my father was in the military, so I grew up in a lot of different places. It's very hard for me to say that one particular place was home for me. I definitely resonate a lot with New York, and I resonate a lot with North Carolina. And those are definitely, I guess you would say, home bases for me. I ended up in this particular career path in higher education student affairs through kind of a tumultuous journey of just separating myself from home. Basically went to college because I had two choices, you know, for my parents. They presented two things to me: the military or college. And I wasn't feeling the military, and I didn't want to go into the military, even though I thought about it. You know, I was in JROTC, Air Force. You know, I thought I was going to do that, but I felt like there would be an opportunity for me to get away from home. So I, you know, applied to different colleges and universities. I first thought I was going to stay, you know, in the South or on the East, but I got introduced to a counselor, and my counselor knew somebody at Denison University, which is in Granville, Ohio. In the middle of nowhere. It's a private university, about 25-30 minutes east of Columbus, Ohio, which is the capital. So I'm talking about cornfields, I'm talking about mad white people, I'm talking about just insanity in terms of really it being in the middle of nowhere. You get off the highway and you got to take 9 miles just to get into this town. So, cornfields. And surprisingly, that's the college I chose to go to. Because, you know, when I went to campus and I visited, I was shown nothing but love from black people, like a very strong sense of family, you know, at Denison University. So I applied, got in, and because it's a residential campus, you have to live there all 4 years. So that's deep, you know what I'm saying? You put 2,200 students on campus, you know, 100 of those students are black, and you make them live there for 4 years. You can only imagine how connected you feel to the university after a while, because that's your home. You don't have nowhere else to go, and you're in the middle of nowhere. Another thing about, you know, being at Denison was that because you couldn't go anywhere, student leadership was huge. You didn't have nothing else to do. You went to class, party, you study, and you were a student leader, because that's how you made money on campus. You know, that was kind of the thing that I did. I was all about the hustle. How am I gonna make this work for me? I need to eat. I want to get clothes. I want to pay, you know, my phone bill, whatever bills I have. So I you know, worked on campus, and I worked a lot of jobs on campus, from being a resident advisor to working in like the ambassador programs, orientation programs, and I held a lot of leadership positions in the Black Student Union, multicultural office, stuff like that. So I needed to be in a department that I could see myself, and I saw myself in English, and I loved literature, and I loved, you know what I'm saying, the fact that I could read Black literature, and therefore I declared a Black Studies major as well. You know, had a mentor. Basically was like, you could go to graduate school doing exactly what you're doing right now. Being a leader, working for colleges and universities, you can get a degree in that. I would say that it was definitely because of a masculine person, my masculine mentor, a man who came to me and said, yo, you know, you should really think about these things. And not saying that women weren't voicing opinions on what I should be doing next, but I think that he was the one who kept it real with me. You know what I'm saying? Who was not intimidated or was not trying to tokenize it. You know what I'm saying? Was like, look, you know, grad school 1 is already hard, but particularly for somebody who looks like you, with your sexuality, you know, with your orientation, with your gender expression, it's gonna be tough. But it doesn't matter. You should be in there. I was very fascinated, and I applied, you know, only to one school, because he was from that school as well. I applied to Ohio State University, and he was a Buckeye, so he was like, look, it's an excellent program. You know, you could go there for free. They'll pay you. You know what I'm saying? If you get an assistantship on campus, and that sounded great to me. I was all about the hustle. Like, where can I live, you know, and get paid as well? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was an RA. I was like, you know, I can live on campus and get paid? Bet. Oh, I can go to graduate school and they'll pay me? Bet. Him being a Black man had a lot of influence on me, you know, and him being like, us having a connection through masculinity, and him being able to say, yo, you know, you can dress how you dress. You can wear this bow tie. You can wear this suit. Just wear it well. You know what I'm saying? And wear it better than me, actually. You have to create more pathways for us to exist and to make it in higher education. And the only way that you can do that is putting us through and making sure that we're set up for success, so other folks can realize that it can happen. I think that masculinity